All right. So this is a little bit different of onboarding breakdown for me. I said I wanted to get more into not just AI tools, but more developer-focused tools because I think lots of people are starting to use tools like Cursor, Claude Code for different kind of work. I think the dynamics. We'll see if the links. If the podcast is out, I'll put a link to it. I had a good conversation with Akash Gupta from Product Growth about kind of the composable tech stack for product managers, the composable product manager, and how you have like a central tool that connects to many other things via stuff like MCP, or can do multiple things like via agent skills and stuff like that. So I do use Cursor now. I use it with Claude Code, and I use the Cursor agent a little bit too. But Google dropped Antigravity maybe a month or so. I think it was December still. I've seen a lot of really positive feedback on this. The Gemini 3 models are insanely good, close to probably Opus and Sonnet from a performance standpoint. So I'm going to go through and just do kind of a blind run like I typically do. This is a desktop app, which is not typical. Generally, SaaS products in browser are a little bit more straightforward. So these might be longer. They might not be. I might stumble around a little bit on this first one, but I'm going to try something new out. So this is their IDE, Antigravity. Import settings. Let's just start fresh because I don't think I have anything crazy. Ooh. Let's go dark. Recommended for review. Agent-driven development. So I am not a true developer, so I'm not going to go through every line of code or anything that's there. I don't know about always proceed, request review for policies, because I do not like in Claude Code having to tell it to go ahead even when I don't know what the heck it means. Let's try agent-driven development. Let's see how this does. Let's go normal. I heard Vim is for true gangsters. I don't really care about language extensions. It's fine. Command line is fine. Okay. So for non-developers, I would say that was a little intimidating. I don't know what a lot of those things are, and I'm pretty technical. Okay, open the site, open Antigravity, bring up the desktop app. That's fine. Let's go ahead. Quiz. Wonder how it detected workspaces on here. Let's see what Agent Manager is. Okay, that opened a different window entirely, which I'll bring over. Okay, I was just going to say they didn't really give me much onboarding. Okay, so the model notice here, which you should not do for new users. That's some noise. Okay, Agent Manager. In the Agent Manager, start agents on tasks like deep research, long-running projects, background tasks. You can monitor the progress of multiple agents in the inbox and review the work when they're done. Okay. Open local folder. Oh boy, I wish I knew where I put some of this stuff. Here's my requirements agent. Let's open this. This is something I'm working on. Yeah, I'm the author. This is something I'm working on just to help the rest of my team turn kind of like business level goals and documentation and decks and things like that and actual requirements based on all the different tools and use across our tech stack and middleware and everything else. So this is supposed to be the agent manager. I opened requirements agent workspace. You can have multiple. I'm confused about this inbox and the start conversation thing, but what? So start a new conversation in requirements agents. We're using 3 Pro. We're in planning mode. Let's just see what it says. So I'm just giving a couple different tasks here to see how this works in terms of agent management from a task standpoint. What I would hope is that you actually can finish a task and then close it out so it doesn't get too cluttered. I'm still not sure why the agent manager is in a different window than the actual IDE. It kind of makes sense and kind of doesn't make sense, but at least you can jump between these different tasks. So it's working on this. And then, I don't know, a playground is independent workspace for pretty quick prototypes. Curiosity, you can move playgrounds into a workspace if you want to. So this is basically your desktop app for Gemini, presented as part of Antigravity. Detail assessment report and repo assessment. So you open it, and it opened it in this app just like you would in. So it's like very much modeled after Claude. You can see like your artifacts here. Rad graph, 4J, okay, secure code, source code application, test scripts. No crew visible yet. Yeah, I probably didn't finish this. Okay, so it's going to go ahead and work on that. So what happens? So what is this for then? Like, this looks like my IDE, right? Okay, so here, okay. So it did open it. That was kind of weird that it did that just now. Now it's showing me a different thread with the task that I gave it to. So I think that agent created a task checklist and is managing it in here, which is fine, but so this does look and feel more like an IDE for docs versus code, but it's modeled after Cursor, so it's almost the same. The run and debug, remote explorer, extensions, testing, source control. So I'd have to research on this. I would say from an onboarding standpoint, like it just looks like a Cursor clone, and I don't really understand why it would be better or worse than using Cursor, or like what makes it better. It's essentially like a copy of Claude Desktop plus a copy of Cursor, which I'm already using, so I don't see anything compelling enough. I mean, it's free, so that's something. At least for now, it's free with pro use, which is nice. You can do browser preview. I think it can do browser testing. Let's go settings, editor settings, configure snippets, themes. What is extensions? Extension pack for all these coding languages. Okay. I don't see MCP or anything like that in here. So I don't really feel like the onboarding experience is very good at all. Whereas if you compare it to Cursor, or you even compare to like Claude Code, or some of these other ones, I feel like they at least give you a little more direction to what to do. So how do I go back to my task manager now? Okay, restore missing scripts, architectural suggestions. All right, so created the source / PRD agent for future code and data directories, refactor, extracted hard-coded system data into data / systems. Thank God, I hate hard-coded data in apps with vibe coding. Created scripts test, okay. Data systems, please check walkthrough MD. Okay, so it did fine. How do I get back to, here we go. The repo setup, and they're both labeled the same even though I gave them slightly different pieces. Agent / instructions, cool. I mean, again, I don't know that they did a great job of onboarding anybody. Has not generated any knowledge items yet. Knowledge items are persistent memories that the agent creates to store information for future reference. Okay, so it's transparent about memory, which is good. It has memory built in, which is good by default. Browser settings is fine. View policy terminal, file access, automation. Okay, well, nothing really stood out to me that would make me say like, oh, this is better than Cursor or Claude Code. I don't really see anything in here. I mean, they just cloned it, essentially. I don't see a huge benefit, and I guess I would have to go, the agent manager is essentially a Claude Desktop app, so I guess I'd have to look into how people are using it and seeing if there's anything unique that this can do that the other ones can't, but otherwise it's not worth me trying to spin up a different project or do anything different in here. So yeah, not a great job on the onboarding. I guess this is more dev focused, but even from a dev experience standpoint, I would say they didn't do a good job of convincing me it's worth my time. It's the same as any other IDE I've opened, from Atom to like simple file editors or VS Code or Cursor. So we'll see what they do with this. I'm sure there's capabilities that I missed or didn't see, but that's also kind of on them for not leading with that to differentiate out of the gate.